YFM is back again. And today we want to go ahead and talk about how the fact that there's only 2 black NFL head coaches winning 32 teams, but 65% of the NFL players are African American or minority. So that's a crazy ass number, right? First of all, we've had we right now have 5 openings in the NFL for head coaching jobs. And I'm predicting that none of them is going to go to black people or any minority group in general. So I'm kind of lying. We technically have 3. What is this dude's name? Mike, the coach of the Dolphins. He sees himself as biracial. He says he's biracial.
Of course.
He has a black father and a white mother, so he's biracial.
Not
so
going as black.
Biracial.
He doesn't say he's black though, right? Nobody wants to be black.
He talks about his black dad, but he doesn't talk about it a lot because they don't ask him about it a lot because I think it's a weird ass conversation. But we also have Todd Bowles and we have Mike Tomlin. And Todd Bowles coaches the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and Mike Tomlin coaches the Pittsburgh Steelers. So this is not really about black and white and all of that, but it's more along the lines of the fact that we keep getting offered these shitty ass jobs. Example, case in point, is the Houston Texans. They fired Lovie Smith today. Now, the Houston Texans, this is the 2nd black coach they fired in as many years. So one and done. They're paying so much money to these coaches, which is good. They can get paid and not have to go work at these shitty teams. But why the fact does black folks keep getting these shitty jobs and shitty job opportunities such as the Texans, right? Which is historically kind of a racist kind of a situation because that's the owner.
Texas.
That says don't let the prisoners run the jails. So, boom. My whole point, Wayne, is this, and I'll go ahead and, ask the question to you, too. Why do we only have 2 black head coaches, and why do they keep getting these terrible-ass jobs where they set themselves up for failure to get fired? Big homie Wayne, what do you think, bro?
So for the terrible jobs, I believe it's pretty much shut-up work, right? So what I mean by that is, we keep complaining about, just like you said, why don't we have very many black coaches, And it's like, okay, well, we'll hire your little black coach. We'll make you a little happy. You can go ahead and make your little Lovie Smith shirts and, sell them outside the stadium for $10 or something like that. Get your little happiness on, And then after 1 year, because what were the Texans, like 4-13, I believe?
No,
off
they
the top
were
of your
3.
head? Okay, damn.
3-13-1. Because they won yesterday, which made them not be able to get the first overall pick, which was fucking stupid because they knew the quarterback.
No, it wasn't.
Now the Chicago Bears have it.
Hey, you know what? I was going to wait for later to say that, but dog, that was a peace out. That was like a fuck you touchdown. That was like I'm leaving. This is a peace out touchdown. Now you can't get the the first draft pick. Now you screwed up. Like of course, he knew it was coming.
Fired.
Because you can't. It's so hard to turn a team over. Yeah, it's too fucking hard to turn a team over. It doesn't matter who you are. And on top of that, the team have to want to work with you. They have to want the team to turn over, the team itself to turn over. But do people really care for Lovie Smith? Do people really want to do that for Lovie Smith? Like if it were someone like a Jim Harbaugh or somebody else that they were bringing in. Like, okay, yeah, maybe we do care enough to try to turn the Texas team around, But with Lovie Smith, he's just filling in he's just kind of filling in a slot for the time being. And yeah, they're probably going to interview some other black coaches for this position, but probably not. I wouldn't even be surprised if like the Texans and certain teams, they just kind of put a black person in the coaching spot and just to say, we're going to lose a year. We're just going to forget this year. We'll call it a rebuilding year. We'll do this and that, but we're going to put him in there and we know we're going to fail. We just want like people to shut up. We just want the NFL to shut up. We just want, whoever.
Well, they've
just
done that
leave us alone, you know.
already.
Yes, because they did it last year
For the
too,
past
right?
2 seasons, that's exactly they did this last year, and then they did it this year because so Deshaun Watson, right? He played for that team, and Deshaun Watson was very fucking mad when the owner said that prisoners running the jail shit, right? So when they traded Deshaun, because Deshaun became toxic because of all the massage therapy, the massage envy issues. So since he was getting massages and shit with a happy ending, they traded his ass to Cleveland. The Texans have multiple draft picks. I think they have 11 draft picks this draft. They have the highest cap space, right?
Okay.
But supposedly, Lovie Smith was toxic within the organization. But why the fuck, if he was so toxic, why the fuck would the actual Texans players play so well yesterday and win the game? Knowing that was his final game, knowing everybody was going to be fucking gone from the coaching staff. How's that? What? That makes sense?
No, it doesn't.
That means that they did like him and they like their job enough to be like, well, you know, we're going to still go out there and play. Because if not, they wouldn't have done shit. There's multiple teams that have said, fuck this shit. I'm not going out here and getting hurt. Certainly after DeMar Hamlin last week.
Yeah.
But them boys played their ass off, man. They played their fucking ass off, even though they know their coach is going to get fired. Most of them probably never going to get a job again because that team got a whole bunch of third, fourth string niggas. Or really XFL players, to be quite honest with you. So, I'm just being honest, my nigga, they're going to be playing with The Rock in a couple of days. You know what I mean? So, if they hire a third black coach, if I'm that coach, I'm like, yo, fuck y'all. I need 7 years guaranteed. Kiss my ass. And I need 6 years each year. So when I get fired after 1 year, y'all still owe me that motherfucking bread because I'm an affirmative action hire. I'm an fucking affirmative action hire because technically they only got 4 minority coaches in the NFL if you count the coach of the Redskins. Excuse me, my fault, y'all. The commies.
Okay, got you. Well, let me see. Let me see it from your point of view. Don't you feel like since this is their second coach, and let's say they do, you know, go for a third one, that hell, the Texans are trying. You know what I mean? Like it's me. I'm looking at it as, you know, maybe they just try to get us to shut up, but maybe I should look at it on the other side. Like, I don't know, maybe they are, you know, trying not to do it as an affirmative action hire, and more so as of, you know, this person is qualified for the position.
So, if this person is qualified for the position, right? Right. This person qualified for the position, they get a job, right? Why would you fire him after 1 year? Because you intended to keep this motherfucker. When you hired him, you
didn't get the turnaround you wanted.
But everybody knows this team is garbage.
Right. So do you think they fired him because he was black or because he get the team turned around, or both?
I think they fired him because he didn't get the team turned around, and he was black, so his leash isn't as long as everyone else, like a Cliff Kingsbury, like a fucking Mike McDermott. Like all of these motherfuckers that have like these poop butt teams out here. You know what I'm saying? So if I give you a job, Wayne, and I give you no resources, very limited resources to complete your job. And after a year, I'll be like, so what is your progress? Did you build the company $500 million? And you say, fuck no, nigga. Only thing you gave me was a pen and a marker and a fucking dry erase board with no fucking eraser.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at you and be like, well, what the fuck? And you fired. You gonna fire me with all of these expectations?
Right.
Can a nigga get some baby steps? Can a motherfucker... This is Lovie Smith, man. He took a team to the Super Bowl. Like, I know he's not the best coach, but damn. So these motherfuckers don't give a fuck.
So again, that goes to say, or I ask, how much leeway should they give him? Like, how many years does it take to turn around? I know there's like not a certain number. You could do it in 1 year, like, but also it may not be the coach, because you have, you had Tampa Bay, who wasn't a great team, wasn't horrible, but as soon as Tom Brady went over there, them niggas won a Super Bowl. So it may, it may not be the coaching. Maybe they just need better players. Spend a little extra bread.
Beautiful example, Wayne. Look, and I'm what's his name? Jameis Winston.
Yes. Oh no. Yeah.
Was the quarterback for Tampa Bay.
Mm-hmm.
That nigga threw 30 touchdowns. No. Yes. He threw 30 touchdowns and 30 interceptions.
Yeah.
And like 5,900 yards. So that's basically all he was doing was like, fuck it. And throwing the ball and just literally saying, fuck it. They said, fuck that guy.
Right.
Right? They released his ass. That was it. I think they traded him to the Saints, or he got released. Yeah. And that year, that free agency, they got Tom Brady and they won the Super Bowl, right? Which proves that it was just. And Tom brought some niggas with him. Don't lie, he brought Antonio Brown.
Right,
he got some cats. He brought some cats with him because who the fuck don't want to play for the GOAT? But you see how a quarterback matters so much in this league.
Yes. Absolutely.
Because 90% of that team was still the same. They still had Vita Vea. They still had all their wide receivers. They still had the defensive. They still had the same fucking coaches. The only thing that changed was basically like 4 or 5 pieces. One of them, the main one, was Tom Brady.
The main one, right.
So how the fuck are you going to give, Lovie Smith this job, and the quarterback that you give him is David Mills? Have you ever heard of him?
So never. So maybe they why do they expect more from us as black people? Like, why do they give us? Because look, even I have a second job. Mm-hmm. Even at my second job, one of the assistant managers is black. He deserves to be the general manager, if you ask me. But it's like we give him the fucked up places, the fucked up stores or whatever you're managing, right? And it's like proof. You got to prove to them that you can turn this around in order for them to say, hey, maybe he can get a general manager job. Yep. Maybe we should put him as a general manager, or maybe we can put him in this coaching position. But it's like you have to prove yourself. It's like what I did in the past to get even to be a coach on any team in the NFL means nothing. Now I got to show to you that I have to correct your mistakes, turn this team around, make them a contender, make them a championship team, or else you're going to fire me. And then, so why is that they expect so much more from us? Or do they believe and already know that we're not going to succeed in turning this team around? And, they'll just be ready to, let us go, kick us in the ass when time comes.
Well, I think personally this has a lot to do with ownership and money. So we don't have any black owners really in the NFL. We only have one minority owner, right? And there's a particular reason why. Because there's not a lot of African-American or minority billionaires that, for one, want to spend their money for that, and for two, that they fucking exist. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, y'all, everybody be always talking about Hov and Beyonce. Combined, they are worth about $1.5 billion. Right. But that's, nigga, the Denver Broncos got bought by the Waltons, which is Walmart people, for $4 or $6 billion. And they dropped it like it was nothing. Then gave Russell Wilson like a $200 million contract. Like it was nothing, nigga. Like it was pocket change.
I mean, it literally is for them,
Right. When you literally have fucking 48, 58, 70 billion dollars, right?
Yeah.
You can just sell a company or sell some stock and just be like, yeah, I got another billy on top of that. When you have that worth, like that's not shit. Certainly when you're buying an asset that is going to continue to rise in value for the next 20, 30 years because the NFL is so fucking popular, right? Mm-hmm. We don't have black ownership like that. So that means that we have to grind our way up, right? And then there is this stigma around the ownership group because these are billionaires, which means they only hang out with billionaires. There's a stigma about black people that there's a certain mental capacity that we can reach. It's been like that, my nigga, since the jump. That's the reason why we didn't have black quarterbacks for a long fucking time. Like, there were general managers out there in the early 2000s that was like, yo, we don't draft. You can't draft a black quarterback. They don't have the processing power as a white quarterback. It took like Michael Vick and niggas like that to like bust ass and be like, well, we're physically better than them no matter what the fuck you think. It took shit like that. But if you look at who's considered a GOAT, it's still like Tom and Peyton Manning and Aaron Rodgers. Patrick's going to become that if he continues to do what the fuck he doing. but they still would take a big white dude over like medium-sized black dude.
Yeah.
So if you don't even want to trust a black quarterback, how the fuck you gonna trust a black coach? It is a stigma that still exists, and it's hard to change billionaire, playboy, older minds. It is so hard to change their mind. They don't give a fuck about Black Lives Matter or none of that shit.
What's the difference between a coach and a player and a QB? Because like you said, over 70% of the NFL are African Americans. So like you said, they gave $200 million to Russell Wilson. What's the difference between a player and the coach? Do you get my question?
Because when you are, I get it. When you're a coach, you're in those meetings with that owner. You sitting right across from him and you talking to him. Like, this is what we need to do. You're trying to convince him to spend his money, and you are the head of an entire organization. When you're a quarterback, you're the face of the franchise, right?
Right.
But when you're the coach, you're literally the person that's like, yo, the offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, I got to hire these niggas, and then I got to make sure we got the scouting staff. It's basically being the CEO of a company. But you're not the owner. The owner is the fucking owner. You know what I'm saying? And the general manager. So that's the difference. And if you don't have a level of trust and intelligence and care, and they want you to be just like them, they want you to be a reflection of them, man. How many black people do you know that acts like an owner? Well, it's hard to get experience with that when you're not owning shit. Like, you don't own $1 billion worth of money. Like, you don't have that money. Like, it's so much money that it's like, what's the main thing me and you worry about, Wayne? Like, in our lives in general, it's money. That's why you have 2 jobs. It's fucking money. What do you do once you don't care about money? Like, that's never
hobbies, nigga. Yeah, I don't know.
The NFL, owning an NFL team is a fucking hobby to them. Yeah, it's a plaything, my nigga. It's a plaything. Like, Jerry Jones went on a fucking mega super yacht when COVID hit and did the fucking draft from there in the middle of the fucking Ibiza in the fucking Black Sea on some old pimp shit with his grandkids chilling. Give a fuck about this. I mean, he cares, but it's not like, you know.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Cares when he wants to.
It's just different. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's like, and he is an owner that breaks my heart because he loves football, but he's 70. He almost 80. So he's out of touch with black folk. I mean, they just had pictures of his ass at a fucking segregation rally outside of high school. Shit. And that's because he was just there, supposedly. So, you know what I'm saying? It's just a level of separation in terms of black people, black culture. They can't relate to us because they're so rich they can never understand. There's no ownership in the NFL. Even if the players are like that, you own the players, bro. You pay their salary. They're your fucking employees. They're not your homies. They're not your friends. They're not your peers. They're your subordinates. Right. So how you going to treat them? That's why, man, it's like, it's systemic, bro. It's systemic. Like, it's like, I love the NFL. It's my favorite sport. But there is always going to be a problem until we have black ownership. And that is some shit that's going to take a long time.
Yeah.
A long time. We're only 17% of the U.S. We have about 5% of the wealth. What are you going to do with that? You can't, you're going to have 2 or 3. There's only 2 or 3 black billionaires in America. And they don't give a fuck. A lot of them don't give a fuck about football. And the ones that try to buy them, they only have $6 billion, man. You need like $50 billion to own a team.
Yeah.
Got pay salaries.
Pretty much, as sad as it may sound, all the black coaches have been hired due to affirmative action. Not even because, I mean, they could be overqualified for the position, but
the Rooney
you know,
that's why.
So you have someone
besides
like
one,
Lovie.
Mike Tomlin. That's the only one.
But so you have someone like Lovie. Like, do you feel he was qualified for the Texans job?
Qualified? Yes. Should have got it? No.
Okay.
It should have kept David Cutley from last year, man. It should have kept him, but he wasn't qualified neither. That nigga's a special team. He was a wide receivers coach. I ain't gonna lie. Both of them niggas never got that job. I'm just being honest. Like, those are two people that should have never got that job.
Yeah.
I don't know why they got that job. Like, that's the reason why I feel like that is right there was like an affirmative action hire. Because both of those coaches, they weren't. No. And that's what I'm saying. You knew those teams were going to suck, Wayne. You knew both of those teams, the 2021 to 2022 Texans and the 2022 to 2023 Texans, you knew both of them teams were going to fucking be terrible. I put $100 on it. The next coach that they hire is going to be way, way more qualified and better and not be black because the team now has a chance because they got picks and they got the most cap space out of the whole fucking NFL. So they're going to bring in a white coach to come and say, hey, hook it up. And
that's what I was kind of saying.
Qualified than them two brothers.
That's what I was kind of saying before is they're going to pick somebody more qualified, like you said, but you can't put that, oh, you didn't hire a black person thing on them because we hired two before.
It's a good move.
We hired two before, you know, so
suck,
I guess
nigga.
they're out of the
So
talk.
don't get mad at me.
They're out of, yeah, right, right. We did our part, and that's kind of fucked
they did
up too,
so.
though.
I'm so. It is. It like Eric Bieniemy is the offensive coordinator for the Chiefs. The Chiefs has had a top 5 offense for the past 4 years. Andy Reid is the head coach of the Kansas City Chiefs, and Andy Reid came out last year and said, "I have no idea what he has to do to get an NFL coaching job." What? The head coach is complaining that his assistant, who he wants to keep, can't get a job.
Wow.
So is there something wrong with him, his interviewing style, or is there something wrong with him? Or is there something wrong with the fucking organization of the NFL?
Yeah. I almost think. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I apologize.
No, he coaches Patrick Mahomes, my G. He coaches Patrick Mahomes. They go to the Super Bowl every other fucking year. How the fuck don't he got a job?
Gotcha.
There's no other example. He's better. The people that have gotten jobs, he has a better resume than all of them in the past 5 years.
Yeah.
All of them. There's 5 openings right now. You telling me that the fucking Colts can't use him?
Right.
He knows how to work with young quarterbacks. Like, come on.
What is the interview process for if you already know this person's pedigree? You know what I mean? The dude said he's right beside Andy Reid. All white people love Andy Reid, I think.
Yep.
He's right. He's right fucking there. So if anything, he's learned everything he's learned from Reid. So why even? I mean, don't get me wrong. I understand the interview is an interview process. I get it, but still, you should go in knowing who you kind of want when you do this process already.
Yep.
So yeah.
You do. You know who you want, but you have to. The Rooney Rule now states that you have to interview 2 black coaches. So the Broncos got permission from the Saints to interview Sean Payton, right?
Right.
Everybody want to hire Sean Payton. So they got requests, they got approval. So when they interview 2 other black coaches to fill in the Rooney Rule, you think that one of them black coaches gonna get the job? No. You're coming there as a formality. Now niggas is doing Zoom calls, so you can't even go to the facility and get like the free lunch and the free, booze and all of that shit. At least you get a free trip out the motherfucking thing. You can't even get that now. They doing Zoom on a nigga. Cause you ain't gonna hire this motherfucker. You gonna hire Sean motherfucking Payton.
Right. Don't even waste your money.
Fair, bro. It's just like if you apply for a job at a corporate environment, let's say, and there's one position open and you don't get it, but you get the fuck you email 2 days after you interviewed. You already know that you was probably just there to just fill in the space because there's a quota of amount of people that they have to interview before they hire somebody. There's an amount of people, so it's like 5, 6, 7 people. So you just one of them, but they already have an idea in mind. And trust me, that's real shit. I know from experience. That's for real, for real.
Right.
That's like HR policy type shit. That's exactly what they be doing with these black NFL coaches, bro. It's too many of them, my nigga. It's too many of them. There's 5 coaching positions available, and none of them's gonna get it. None of them's gonna get it, man. None of them.
Yeah.
And it's fucked up. So we're gonna have 2, technically 3, black head coaches. Brian Flores has a lawsuit out right now.
Still.
This shit. Still. Motherfuckers is trying to interview him for a job to see if he drop it. The NFL trying to get this nigga a job. No, he's not. He fucked up his career. He fucked up his money for this lawsuit.
Right, but he knew that, though.
So he's going to be like another Colin Kaepernick. He ain't going to never get a head coaching job fuck again. He always going to be out on the fucking street. You know, it took Mike Tomlin to give him a job because he's a black coach to be a special defensive assistant. It took Mike Tomlin to do that because ain't nobody else going to fucking touch that dude. They think he's a black dude that talk too much. That's what the NFL owners think. He gonna get them in trouble. He's suing the entire fucking NFL. So obviously there's a problem. There's no question about it. There's no question. 65% of the players are black, and there's only 2 fucking black head coaches. And the job that they trying to give you is the Texans, who got me and you at fucking quarterback. Nigga, they were so bad, they had to run a 2 quarterback system. When one quarterback sucked, they threw in the other one. And when the other fucking quarterback sucked, they threw in the other one. Jesus Christ.
So, so this kind of seems like one of those situations.
I think you better start wrestling.
Stop it, man.
Sorry, go ahead.
Stop it, bro. It seems like, hey, it does kind of seem like you get a better, There's a lot of football players that are doing pretty good, man. Yeah, you're right.
Doing fucking what you see the Rock up there, motherfucker doing all types of movies. You better fucking go slam somebody. You better fuck with Triple H. Ain't he the fucking CEO of the WWE now?
Right. Yeah.
I remember that motherfucker was slamming niggas. Now he fucking wearing a business suit, still slamming niggas. So you better fucking get it on, man.
Shit, I'm for real. Look at Gronk. Look at Gronk. Gronk retired. He was wrestling before Tom Brady told him to come back. So nigga, hey, so that's life after the league, man.
And the crazy thing is the NBA ain't like that. The NBA has a plethora of African-American coaches, ex-players, African-American coaches.
Sure
it's the reverse. Yeah. It's hard for you to not play basketball and get a fucking job.
Right.
Like, and be a Caucasian man. Like, it's hard. Like, nigga, you gotta be like Steve Kerr to get like one of them jobs. Other than that, they gonna hire somebody that used to play, that can relate to the players.
Right.
So the players are black. Why the fuck would I hire this white man that don't know what the fuck he doing? The closest you gonna get is like you said, Jason Kidd. Like Jason Kidd is a ex-player. He's biracial. You know what I'm saying? But you're not be like a white dude. Like, nah, it's hard to be a white man and get a job in the NBA because there's so many black head assistant coaches that played, that knows basketball. Like, so why the fuck would I hire this guy that don't know numbers and schemes?
Right.
Fuck that. Right. Everybody knows schemes. The NFL don't adopt that. They just don't. It's a totally different world. There's black ownership in the NBA. Multiple black owners. That's why it's different, because you only need like a billy to buy an NBA team. You niggas can pull together a billy. Right. I mean, I can give you 1,200. You know what I'm saying?
take a small percentage, man. Just a slight percentage.
I'd take like 0.1%. You know what I mean? But in the NFL, nigga, please, I can barely afford a ticket to that bitch. That's with the Texans.
So how do we? I'm sure that's nothing you and I can do, but as fans, as watchers of the league, as black men who watch the league, what can we do to, I guess, help or make it better or spread the word or make this something that people should put a little bit more energy behind?
Doing what we're doing right now, talking about it.
Yeah.
Letting the person that stumble upon this, if they, depending on their creed, hopefully they're white, understand it. Because, like Martin Luther King said, happy birthday coming up.
No doubt.
Martin Luther King said it best. He said, I'm paraphrasing, you know what I'm saying? But he basically, his point was like, I need my white brothers and sisters to help me. Because this oppression is for everybody. It's all creed and colors. You might see black people being oppressed and we scream about it, but that shit affects white people too. You know what I'm saying? Because they keep hiring these inept coaches because they know a little bit of the playbook. They know these cool schemes. But you have a black coach out there like Eric Bieniemy, you know what I'm saying? Like Raheem Morris, that knows what they're doing, but they only getting 1 year to prove theyself and then they getting fired.
Right.
Nah. If you're a white person that plays football or just watch it, you want the most talented person, no matter what their skin color is, to get a job. So stop blocking those people. Let them get a fucking job. And then that way they can dominate and then they help everybody else. Because, bro, when your coach get fired, those motherfuckers that's like second, third string that coach was pulling for, like, yeah, we got to keep this dude, man. He's got potential. Their ass is getting cut.
They gone. Yep.
All them coaches, nigga, they getting fired. And nobody keeping them niggas. Everybody bringing in their own niggas on their own staff. Yo, bro, do you know that when the NFL coaches, you know that the NFL coaches help hire like the wait staff and like the kitchen staff, bro?
No, I didn't know that. That's
the janitors and shit.
That's a bit much.
That's all like organizational shit. So you hire like an organizational person, right? And then that person bringing their own people. Nigga, I've heard that motherfuckers, when the coach get fired, everybody get fired. So they got to hire like the janitors. That's
Get the fuck out of here, man.
Yes,
that's the
nigga.
most craziest shit I've ever heard, man. That can't be true, bro.
That can't serious, nigga. The cooking staff getting fired, the cleanup boys, the motherfucking. You ever watch a football game? You see the niggas on the sideline with the water bottles and shit. Their asses is gone. Because it's going to be like, you know, the coach's cousin and shit, and like the coach's kids, and they going to take those positions. So, yeah, nigga, everybody getting fired, bro. The motherfuckers that give you the ticket when you come in and park and shit, it gets that grimy. NFL coaches be like, yo, I have people for that. And your ass is grass. So that's why this shit matters, bro. The longer that coach stays in there, the longer everybody can keep their job. So you gotta hire the right motherfucker. You can't keep firing motherfuckers after a whole year, man. Talking about he toxic. I ain't heard no shit. And I watch football news all day. I never heard this nigga's toxic. I heard this motherfucker can't win a game. That's not toxic. That's we suck and our team sucks.
Yeah, right.
Bro, they just traded their franchise quarterback after he was massage envy boy. So you trade him. You think y'all gonna win 5, 6, 7 games?
Right.
Y'all ain't want to win that anyway. Y'all wanted the first pick so you can get Bryce Young fucking funky ass. So don't play. Like, why would you fire this dude unless he was like really touching people or something? Like he was like showing everybody his balls. Like if he wasn't doing that, you should not fire this motherfucker. That old man he's old as fuck. Like he ain't doing none of that. He's too old to touch anybody. So I don't know what the fuck.
I don't know. You ain't the word creeper is around for a reason. You know, that shit, it's around for a reason, bro.
Yeah, creep does. Yeah, creep don't got no age.
Yeah, dog. Right.
Oh God. So look, in the comments, I want to know what y'all think. Do y'all think that any of these 5 positions as open is going to get a black head coach? Because I'm going to say no. No. And it might be 6 because Sean McVay might be leaving. They ain't hiring no black coach. They hired a black coach like 3 years ago. That shit ain't work. So they said, fuck that. They not hiring no black coach. I don't see it, bro. I don't. Yeah. Sorry. Like, it's fucked up, but it's the real deal Holyfield. They'd rather give it to somebody, nigga. The Giants hired a special teams coach to be the head coach. They hired a special teams coach to be the head coach about 2 or 3 years ago, right? Mm-hmm. He was special teams. He never ran the offense.
Hell of a come up, bro.
Yes, nigga. You would rather hire him than hire a fucking black coach.
Right.
That was an assistant coach or assistant head coach or assistant to the head coach. Something. You hired the specialty, the nigga that's responsible for the kickers and the punters. Mm-hmm. How the fuck did he become a head coach? Why do you make white come in the building? There you go. You know. Come on, man. Come on, man. And I ain't racist. That's Wayne. But what I will say. What I will say is something's wrong. I'm going to tell you right now. Let's get it together, bro. Hire a black coach. Hire a Puerto Rican coach. Hire a Mexican coach. Shit, hire a Chinese coach. But don't just give it to this white dude that's the fucking food and beverage coordinator.
Right.
Like, for real, nigga. Like,
stop giving black people the shitty teams, too, man.
Please, man. Give us a good job.
Give us a middle team, at least, so we can have something to work with, you know?
And give us more than 1 year with these bum-ass niggas, man. You know these motherfuckers ain't got no quarterback. They ain't got no wide receivers. They ain't got... Yo, the Texans, I can name you the players, and you're going to be like, who? who? Like the whole time. Like you don't know these people. They're not good. So with my hotline bling. So just give us a better job. Give us more opportunity. And I promise you, even though I know this motherfucker sucks, so it's kind of hard to defend this motherfucker, but there's other people out there that's way better than him. Like, for real, man, please, just give us a chance. Give the right cats a chance. I swear, there's some cats out there you wouldn't believe. And you know what? I'm forgetting one. The Jets head coach, Robert Saleh. He's also, I believe he's half Indian, or he might be completely Indian, maybe Indian and white, but yeah, he's identifies as an Indian man. So he got a good job, but they thinking about firing him. And he almost had these motherfuckers in the playoffs with the worst quarterback statistically in the whole NFL. Give him a shot, man. Come on, man. Get him a good quarterback. Get him Tom Brady and see what the fuck happens. If you give him Tom Brady and he sucks, then I'll shut the fuck up. Maybe we ain't got it. But I promise you we do, because you have black quarterbacks that's already won Super Bowls, man. So y'all niggas is playing with the money, man. I can't believe this shit. I can't believe it. And I already know the Texans gonna hire a black coach. Watch. And they're gonna fire the nigga again. I swear to God they are. Watch. I bet you they're gonna hire like D'Amico Ryans or something, and his ass is gonna get fucking fired. Even if he get him to the playoffs, they still gonna fire him. That's how fucked up that organization is. So let me know what y'all think, man. Am I tripping? Am I on some old like racist shit because I'm asking for black coaches to get hired over white coaches? Let me know what y'all think, because me personally, I just feel like we need an opportunity. Because if there wasn't no Rooney Rule, I don't think a black coach would get a head coaching job interview.
I agree. And if I could say this real quick, man, I want to say something the great Chris Rock said. It's a joke that he made years ago. If I'm going up against a white person in an interview and they score higher than me, they should get the job. But if we score neck and neck and we even, fuck them. Because you had your whole life to get that, my nigga. You know what I mean? So, yeah, nigga, even and even, bro, give me that job, man. That's when affirmative action kicks in, bro. You know?
Yeah. And when you get that job, be yourself.
No doubt.
Don't conform. Don't code switch. It's not the time for that no more. It's over. That shit's over, bro. We already marched and burned down every fucking thing. They know we'll burn this bitch to the ground. So it's over. Like, you don't got code switch no more. Be yourself. Be professional. Be respectful. But be yourself. Be your fucking self, man. Now, I'm not telling you to go in there and tell you, hey, what's up, my nigga? I ain't saying that. That's your street self. Be yourself. You know what I'm saying? But be respectful to motherfuckers. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I bet you'll be authentic. People will appreciate who you are. And that's all that's needed, man. And you'll be a successful person, certainly in the NFL. But I just really hope that one black assistant coach gets one of these jobs. But I fear that the next black coach that's going to get hired is going to be fucking Deion Sanders.
Oh, yeah, you may be right.
And it ain't going to be this year. It's going to be like in 3 years. That's going to be like the big black head coach. And he going to get the fucking commies or the fucking Seahawks after they fire everybody, or the fucking, I don't even know, whatever shitty team is out there, the Browns. You know what I mean? They're going to give them like the worst team full of suckers and going to be like, go ahead, prime time. Go out there. Like, no. Like, that's exactly what's going to happen, bro. Watch. That's what they're going to do. And he going to take it because he going to get the money, but he going to end up getting fired. And I don't want to see that shit. So give us some good jobs, man. And for real, that's all I got to say, bro.
All I got to say left after that, man, is please comment down below and let us know what you think. Tell us how you feel about it as well. We like everybody's opinions on this, man. If you feel differently, please let us know. If you feel the same, please let us know. But either way, man, my name is the Big Homie Wayne. Right across from me is Jimmy B. Fearless. You can follow us, YFM Pod, at YFM Pod on Instagram and Twitter. You could please let us know how you feel about NFL not hiring black coaches. But thank you guys for listening. Thank y'all for tuning in, and I hope y'all have a great morning, day, afternoon, and all that. Peace out, y'all.
Peace. Peace to the people.